From the Frank Beck Chevrolet Studio Annex, this is Time Out Over Time on the Time Out Over Time YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rick Arsenault. If you haven't done so yet, before we get started here, please get down there on that corner and smash that like and subscribe button. I would deeply appreciate it. Thank you. Well, disappointing loss for the Tigers last night, but as we mentioned this morning with Jet and Andy, we didn't think they were going to beat Corbin Burnes anyway. He's the ace of their staff. So disappointing was Boston having more than one chance to win that game last night, extra innings, and not getting it done. Anyway, we'll try to hash that all out for you, give you some clarification on the playoff race. Michigan and Michigan State playing today and Lions tomorrow. So, pardon me, let's get started. I better take a slug of water here. Wow. This happens a lot. I'll start talking, and next thing you know, there's nothing coming out. So I'll try to get through this. I'll make it short, 15 minutes or so. I certainly won't go more than 20 minutes today. Anyway, here we go. You know, the colder weather is really closer than you want it to be. And the service department at Frank Beck Chevrolet says now is the perfect time to make an appointment to make sure your vehicle is ready for the winter weather ahead. Let them check the strength of your battery, your belts, hoses, wiper blades, antifreeze, and more. Plus, now is the perfect time to get those new tires, a new set of tires, so you don't go skipping and sliding down the highway. And if you don't think your car will make it through another rough Michigan winter, let the sales pros at Beck's help you find a vehicle for all seasons. You know, the 2025s are rolling into a lot every day now, so your selection is tops. Check out their inventory on their webpage at frankbeckchevy.com, or better yet, stop by the dealership on M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville. Let them help you experience the Frank Beck difference. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Winter will be here before you know it. And I can't wait, because I've had my fill of the heat and humidity for one summer. It's been awfully dry. We were supposed to get quite a bit of rain next week. And now they've taken, I'm your meteorologist too, I guess. I'm taking most of the rain for next week out of the forecast. Looks like Tuesday is the only day we're going to be getting much. Earlier, yesterday, they had almost rain every day next week. I guess if you're a fair goer, I'm happy for them. You know, Monday is Kids Day and Veterans Day at the fair, so it looks like it'll be dry. I think the only day they have to contend with rain then is Tuesday, so good for them. You know, Hillsdale County Fair. I don't know how many years they've been doing this now, but so the weather is going to be relatively good for them next week. It will be more seasonable temps in the 70s. And the first week in October, though, does look wet and colder. And that's your that's your forecast. Okay, let's get into sports here. Tigers lost last night 7-1 to the Orioles. Tyler Holton and was not effective. Cater Montero was not effective. Altogether, they gave up 5 home runs. 2 to former Tiger catcher James McCann. They lost 7-1. And I conceded that as a loss. Even earlier in the week when I was looking at that, I didn't think they were going to beat Corbin Burnes, and they didn't. He's masterful over 7 innings. Shut him out like he did last week in Detroit. He's the ace of their staff, and I think in fact, pardon me, I think he's going to be a free agent this year. I don't think they've extended him. I'll have to go and check that, but I think Corbin Burnes indeed will be a free agent after this season. That might be somebody that Chris Harrison want to look at. So we'll get into that after the season is over with. Anyway, so right now, as it stands, with Minnesota winning last night, The Tigers are once again technically 2 games behind the Twins. Twins are 81-73. The Tigers are 80-74. I know that's just one game, and I don't think it's fair. The Twins have the tiebreaker by virtue of the fact that they won 7 of the 13 games that the 2 teams played this year. There is no more 163 game due to the expanded playoff format. So here's the way it looks right now. You actually got, if you want to say the Red Sox and Rays are mathematically still in it yet, Twins 81-73, Tigers 1/2 games behind at 80-74. The Mariners are 1 game behind the Tigers and 2 behind the Twins. However, if the Mariners should finish tied with the Tigers have the tiebreaker there, having won 6 of the 7 games that those 2 teams played this year. Then you've got the Red Sox 76-78. The Rays are also 76-78 with time running out. Well, the Red Sox, that loss last night for them was absolutely devastating. I mean, they had they're pretty much out of it along with the Rays. So that's the way it stands right now. Division clinchers up to this point. Dodgers, I think. I'm not clinched yet or not. Phillies in the National League East. Brewers in the National League Central have all clinched. You look at the American League. The Yankees have clinched the East. The Guardians have clinched the Central. And the Astros are about to clinch the West. I don't know what their magic number is, but it has to just be 2 or 3 games right now, given what Seattle is. I'll have to go back and look at that. Pitching matchup today. You look at the pitching matchup for the Tigers and the Orioles for the next 2 days. By the way, today, both of those games are starting pretty much at the same time, just a few minutes after 4 o'clock Eastern time. Reese Olson on the mound for the Tigers. He looked rusty his last time out after a rehab stint at Toledo. Let's hope he pitches better today. I don't know how many innings. I don't think he'll go more than 3 innings. Certainly he'll be on a pitch count. I wouldn't think 3, depending on how effective he is. He could go 4, but again, how many pitches? So the Orioles, left-handed Cade Povich, no relation to Maury. Cade Povich, 2-9 with an ERA of 5.75. Looking at the matchup today, the matchup tomorrow's a bullpen game for the Tigers. That's always good, right? Albert Suarez is going for the Orioles tomorrow. He's 8-6 with an ERA of 3.60. I think as Jed suggested this morning, and they could probably behoove them to win both games. Just get a split. You get a split and hope that the Red Sox beat the Twins the next 2 days. Pardon me. And they come home technically tied with the Twins. After these 2 games of the Red Sox, finish up at home. They've got 3 with the Marlins and 3 with the Orioles next weekend. The Marlins are a bad team. They're probably the National League equivalent to the Chicago White Sox. Not good. Not good. So let's hope, hey, just focus on tonight. Go try to win tonight. Don't even think about tomorrow. Win tonight. Hopefully the Twins lose. Now you're essentially tied record-wise again. And after today, you've got 7 games left. See, that's time is running out on them. You could really, with each loss, they really can't afford to lose. I wouldn't think any more than 1 or 2 more games. If you were to lose the next 2, not good. You got to at least win one of these next 2 games. I said it would behoove them to win both. We'll see if they can or not. But okay, before we get into college football, well, let's do that right now. Michigan plays a little more than an hour from now. They're going up against Southern Cal Trojans at the Big House. The line for this game started at 7.5. Southern Cal minus 7.5. I think it's down to 4 now. The over under was, I think, 46.5 for this game. It's on at 3:30 on CBS. That's Channel 6 in our neck of the woods here. Alex Orji makes his first start of the year for the Wolverines. Big test for him. I just have a feeling the Michigan defense is going to play well today, and keep it close. That's all you can ask for. I don't know how much Loveland is going to play. He's obviously banged up. We'll see how effective he is playing on one leg. Be nice to see some wide receivers catch a couple of passes if Orji could get it to him. Will Harris, let's hope he gets a pick, maybe even a pick 6 today. That'd be nice. I don't think the outcome will be good for Michigan today. I fully expect Southern Cal to win. Michigan goes into this game, by the way, ranked 18, and I think Southern Cal is what, 11? I think they're ranked 11th. I'm predicting Southern Cal will win and they will cover the 4. Michigan State plays tonight at Boston College. Last time I looked, the Eagles were like 6.5 point favorites. I think the over/under on this game was like 45.5. Anyway, they're at Chestnut Hill tonight to take on the Boston College Eagles. That game starts at 8 o'clock. But unless you have access to the ACC network or you subscribe to Fubo, you will not see the game. You have to listen to George Blah on WJR, I suppose, or go to a bar. Yeah, that's it. Go to Underdogs. Yeah, okay. I'm sure they'll have it on tonight. Have a late dinner at Underdogs. Watch the Michigan State game. There you go. By the way, Texas, who looked awfully good a couple of weeks ago here, is I think they're number 1 in the nation right now when they ranked in the coaches poll. Coaches and AP poll both, I think. The Texas Longhorns, currently the number 1 team in the nation, and deservedly so, the way they looked when they played here. They made pretty quick work of the Wolverines here just a couple of weeks ago. Okay, we got college football out of the way. Let's do this, and then we'll finish up with the Lions. If I can maintain my voice for just a few more minutes. A good word for a good man. Tim Lindley at Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale at 37 Waldron Street, just a couple hundred feet west of Howell Street. For all your technical needs, Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale. Any tech needs and service, this is the man you want to see. The most knowledgeable technician in our area. Anything, computers, new or used. Maybe the computer you have now needs a little work done on it. Maybe you just purchased a flat screen Smart HD 4H a flat screen Smart TV, and you need that mounted and programmed or whatever. Tim's the guy you want to see for that. Anything. Maybe you just changed an internet provider and you need that installed, or you're in the market for a good printer, new or used. The printer you have now needs some work done. Anything at all, any tech service you need, get in there and see Tim. None of that. He's the nicest guy you ever want to meet. 37 Waldron Street, downtown Hillsdale. 517-610-5372. Or better still, get in there and see him again at 37 Waldron Street in downtown Hillsdale. Tell him me and Mickey sent you in. Lions play tomorrow. Last time I looked, they were 3.5 point favorites. The whole team automatically gets 3 points. So you might say they're actually 6.5 point favorites if you want to look at it that way. Before I forget, I'm going to go back to baseball for just a second. I mentioned this morning on the Time Out Show. Congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani, first major league player ever to hit 50 home runs and have 50 stolen bases in one season. He's a future Hall of Famer for sure. You might as well put him in right now. Is he the best player in baseball? Well, of course he is. And I wouldn't Jose Canseco was the first 40-40 player, 40 home runs and 40 stolen bases. But it's common knowledge now. He and McGwire and their pals were juicers. They were all juicers. I doubt Shohei Ohtani is a juicer. Just look at his body will tell you that. So yeah, Ohtani did it fair and square. He's a superb athlete. Obviously, no one easy. Ohtani ought to be playing with a cape on his back, okay, and a big red S on his chest because he is Superman when it comes to baseball. Guy's simply unbelievable. Is he the best player I've ever seen? And I've been around going a while. I'd say yes, bar none. Oh, I don't think it's close. Anyway, congratulations to you, Shohei Ohtani, the first ever 50-50 guy. Another thing I want to throw in here, too, the Las Vegas odd makers have made Aiden Hutchinson the odds-on favorite right now to win the Defensive Player of the Year award. And I would think after 2 weeks with already 5.5 sacks, that's probably a good reason why. And a lot more pressures. He leads the league also in pressures. He had 4.5 sacks. Actually, we thought it was 5, but then he had to share 1 sack with Levi Onwuzurike, which was fine. Who also played very look. The defense played very well last week, and I'm not going to hash this over again. The Lions outplayed the Bucs. The Lions are better than the Bucs. They beat themselves. They turned the ball over in the red zone, and also deep in their own end. That cost them 6 points right there. They left another 3 points on the field with that mess up ending of the first half. We'll never really know what happened on that play or non-play at the end of the first half. Dan Campbell, of course, took the blame, but we'll never really know who was culpable for what went wrong on that particular at the end of the half. But to his credit, he's the boss. So somebody screws up, he takes the blame. That's fine. I have a lot of respect for him for saying that. He's not going to throw anybody under the bus. Good for him. And again, I'm not going to go over the box score for that game, but the Lions pretty much dominated everything. Task at hand before the injury list here. Cardinals are down to their second string offensive tackle, right tackle, Kelvin Beachum, who is also questionable for the game tomorrow. He came up with it. He appeared on the injury report yesterday. In fact, he didn't practice yesterday. Right now, I think he's currently listed as questionable. If Hutch is going up against a third string tackle, but he's still got to catch Kyler Murray. Good luck trying to catch it. I'm telling you right now. I'm just telling you before the game. There will be several situations where it looks like Hutch or somebody else is got him wrapped up. He gets away and makes a play. That's just Marcus Davenport will be back for the Lions tomorrow. The other defensive end. He practiced yesterday. He'll be good to go. Ife Melifonwu and Ennis Rakestraw are out. They will not play tomorrow. Glasgow practiced yesterday. He's good to go. Alex Anzalone has cleared concussion protocol. Pardon me. Hang on. Well, another one bites the dust. I'm going to have to make it through here without any more water. Like I said, Glasgow is good to go tomorrow. Alex Anzalone has cleared concussion protocol. Terrion Arnold will be back. He was dealing with a sickness this week. Kirby Joseph is fine. He'll be good to go. Amon-Ra St. Brown mainly had a cramp last week. He's good to go. Physically, injury report, I think the Lions are in pretty good shape tomorrow. Uh, for your information, by the way, Chris Myers, the game will be on Fox at 4:25. Chris Myers has the play-by-play with Mark Schlereth doing the color commentary. We don't get to see Chris much because he lives out in LA and mainly he's doing games out west. He doesn't come back here much to do games anymore. I think he's put his tenure, he's got a long enough tenure with Fox that they don't make him travel much. I think he still does a fine job. So, yeah, we will see and hear Chris Myers and Mark Schlereth on the game tomorrow at Fox. It's a 4:25 game. Anybody, too, did you, if you saw Thursday night's game, I don't watch these Thursday night games because I don't get Apple Prime or whatever it is. You have to subscribe to now. I've had people tell me that are watching these Thursday night games, it's becoming more and more difficult to listen to Al Michaels do these games. Not really sure how old he is. I should have Googled that earlier. I'm sure he's in his mid to late 80s, somewhere in there. He's got a private jet that he flies to the venue of the game that he goes to, but to his credit, he's still hanging in there. But I guess he's I don't know. They just said that he was getting hard to listen to right now, whether it's a health issue or he's just lost interest in doing it or what. But in other words, I'm being told, and I don't know this for a fact, I'm being told he's lost his touch. And one of the people who said this, in fact, was Matt Deary, who does a podcast every night called Locked On Lions on the YouTube channel. So it's getting hard to listen to. Well, that's what he says. I'd like to see the game for myself, or I'll go to YouTube and watch some highlights and make my own judgment on that. He's had a marvelous career, and I can respect that. I'm not gonna tear the man down because he's getting older now and maybe not as good as he used to be, but he's one of the all-time greats, Al Michaels. Quickly before we go, comment on just a few games tomorrow in the NFL. Let's run down the list here. Giants at the Browns. I got the Browns there. Eagles, Saints. I'm going with the Saints. Texans at the Vikings. I'm taking the Texans. Broncos, Bucks. I'm going with the Bucks. Bucks are going to go to 3-0. Green Bay is in Tennessee, Nashville to take on the Titans. I'm going with the Titans in that. Chicago is at the Indianapolis. I'm going with the Colts. Chargers and Steelers in Pittsburgh in a battle of a couple of 2-0 teams. I'm going to pick Mike Tomlin to beat Jim Harbaugh on this one. Dolphins, Seahawks. Seahawks go to 3-0. Panthers, Raiders win. 49ers, Rams. Both of these teams are banged up. Both of them. No Samuel. Rams, no Cooper Kupp. No Puka Nacua. No Kittle for the 49ers. 49ers, Rams. I am going to take the 49ers. It won't be easy, but Rams are in a heap of trouble right now. Lions, Cardinals. Well, I don't know how they're going to do it. I'm picking the Lions to win this game tomorrow. If they don't, it's going to be a close game, but if they don't win tomorrow, Monday morning, you're going to hear a lot of cries or calls to fire Campbell. I guarantee you that right now. By the way, the Lions haven't lost consecutive games in 2 years. So, for what that's worth. Ravens, Cowboys. Ravens get their first win of the year. Cowboys go to 1-2. Chiefs, Falcons. Chiefs go to 3-0. Jaguars, Bills. Easy win for the Bills. And Monday night. Why would they put this game on Monday night? Commanders and Bengals. Commanders and Bengals. Wonder what the ratings would be on that game. Commanders and Bengals on Monday Night Football. Anyway, I'm going with the Bengals to win their first game of the year. They'll go to 1-2. Is that it? Yeah, that's about it. But game time, almost time to kick it off at the big house. So don't forget, every Saturday morning here locally on WCSR 92.1 FM, Time Out with Andy and Jed. I'll talk to you again on Tuesday. So until then, enjoy the game. Remember, please treat each other with respect. Have a good rest of your weekend. And so long, everybody.